Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how you can paint a watercolor floral bouquet, that too using Brustro watercolors and cans and watercolor paper. So it's going to be a very easy project, or it's going to be a very fun activity to do. So yes, I'll be using Bristol watercolors. If you want to know more about Bristol watercolors, you can check out my video. Link is in the description box. So yeah, let's
I'm
get
going to
started.
paint a bouquet. So for that, I will be using two colors basically. I don't want to add a lot of color to this. So for that, I will be using cerulean blue and I'll use this rose madder. So these two colors I would use for this. Now I'll show you the flowers, how are they going to look. So then first of all, I'll make a peony here. Okay. I don't know if you know how peony looks. It's something like that. I'm not going to make a lot of, it's dark. Otherwise I have to just erase it and then, okay. So then I will have a rose here, and then I'll make a peony here. Maybe, no, I think I should just make a peony somewhere here. Okay, this, and then I'll add some florals here and then extending with the leaves and all. So we'll do that. I have my cerulean blue and my uh, this rose madder already in my palette, so I'm just going to dab a my brush into that. Like, here is the cerulean blue, so just take a little bit of cerulean blue, adding a lot of water. Okay, so the first thing that I'll make is a rose. Okay, so I just want to make it in the middle here. So how you're going to start this rose is that you just have to make a little loop first. Okay, this spiral thing, and kind of add it here. Do not join it, and always remember to leave white spaces in between. So yes, also you have to have a napkin, this tissue paper with you, so that somewhere you find that there is a lot of color and there's a pleat, you just can remove the excess water from the rose or whatever flower you are painting. So continue this C curves. This is C. How you make C is like that. You have to just continue making C curves, and this is the rose. This rose is something which is um, facing downwards. Okay, so the upper part has to be bulkier, and the this part downward has to be a little less than that. Okay, now I'm gonna add a little darker tones in between. You see that? And whenever I'm doing that on wet, where the paper is wet, you just see the bleed in the colors, and that is where the magic happens. Okay, so just little bit of darker colors here and there. So that's it. That's about it. Don't touch it. Okay, now next is I'll just make a peony, and I'm using this rose madder. You have to wash your brush very properly, and also dry that. Just taking a new madder on my palette. Okay, just a little bit of it. Yeah. So how the peony looks. Okay. Do not take a lot of darker tone, but just a little bit of. I'm gonna start with like this, okay, and here try to just make it overlap each other, you know, and yes, just go with the flow. I just wish that this was a wet so that it will bleed into the rose. Okay, don't worry if you feel that it's becoming bigger, it's okay, just fine. Do not worry a lot about it. It settles once it's done. Okay, and do not try to make a lot in shape. The more it's loose, the more beautiful it looks. Okay, and I'm taking the brush, this brush, and I'll take a darker tone of the rose madder and I'll try to kind of make, you know, the petals look separated, you know. This is how, if they're bleeding, if you're putting water to that and it bleeds, well and good. The magic happens here. Okay, don't worry, don't worry. Keep keep it up. Keep doing. So you see how it is looking right now. Wow. So the next color, I think, just I made up my mind that I'll use purple. Okay, not violet, it's purple. So I have already told you this. There's a difference between violet and purple. So I'm gonna use purple. So I have purple here, mixing some water, and yes. So where to add the peony? I think somewhere here. Okay, so it's like many flowers, like many petals. It's like that. Anemone is like this. It's more like petals. Three flowers here, and so take a little bit of violet and just try to add little detailing to this. And what happens when you're adding a contrasting color? It just gives a very fun to this whole thing. And whenever you find this, uh, do not add too much of it. Just a hint where you find there is a wet color is still there. Just add a little bit of these, you know, darker tones. That's it. That's it. Now the next is I'm going to use my olive green. This is olive green, and I will add a little bit of yellow to that in my olive green. Okay, so starting with leaves here. Very loose one. If it's bleeding inside the, you know, this floral, it's okay. It will look eventually very nice. So keep doing it. This is called wet on wet technique, and I love it. If you want to make bigger leaves, you can. And Just depends on your choice of color, depends on how you like it. I think it's very light. Yeah. Whenever you find that a lot of water in your palette, I mean your brush, just wipe it off. Mm. Again, taking some like get that. Yes. So yeah, nice, mashallah. Again, extending some leaves. Wipe too much of water from the brush and keep making the leaves. Keep it up. So right now I'm using this Brustro. Sorry, I'm using Brustro watercolor this bob brush, and it depends. It's like in number two. So you, if you want to just make very thin lines using the mob brush, you can use what do you call yeah, number zero brush. I'm taking sap green and also mixing little yellow to this so that it gives a earthy look to that, to the color. And contrast will always work. Contrast always works, okay? So try to add a little bit of leaves here and there. So I'm switching to my brush this time, and I'll just take deep green or dark green and I'll add brown to that. This is where you will find a very nice color of this green, this very nice shade, and you'll see that. See, if you want to make little branches here and there, you'll be able to make it small leaves. What's happening to my brush right now? I'm not getting it. So yeah. So yeah, that's it. You can like add some quotation here or something. So if it will look something like this. So this is about the video. So that's how we have just painted floral bouquet, and so easy and can make by yourself.
So guys, that was all about the video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment in the comment section, and subscribe to my channel. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, bye.